Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Pirate Umbrellas mod. Last time around it didn't go so well. I was not able to attack Paris and do as I had planned. Instead, we ended up losing two important locations, namely Constantinople or Istanbul, if you will. And then we also lost Moscow, which not very good. So I'm hoping that today I will be able to close out this front. Probably too much to say once and for all, but at least for quite a while anyways. The Austrians have certainly been cut down to size at this point, since they are basically just Bavaria. Besides then, of course, the fact that they currently hold Paris, France. Compared to Paris, I don't know, Kentucky, or something like that. With that said, let's head over and lay siege. Now, it is slightly in my favor, so perhaps they will. No, it cannot be that easy. Armfeldt is gonna have to force his way through the stone walls of Paris. I have 6,500 troops against 3,100 defenders. Knowing the AI, they'll most likely deploy the guns outside the fort, so they'll be easy to run down. And then we'll batter down the wall, force our way through, and claim it, as we always do. And with that, let's draw the sword and march to battle. Here's the setup. We've got two brigades on either side of infantry. We've got GMT, should be somewhere here, the mobile task force over there. 3 grenadiers ready to march on the side. We've got cannons here, and then I've set cavalry out on the flanks on these sides to sweep in sort of where, on these sides where the enemy has most likely place their artillery, or perhaps somewhere usually they place it outside. And with that, let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and start firing on the wall. They have put the cannons over there on an angle. They are firing specifically on the cavalry, so they know what's going down here. Are they doing the same on this side? No, they're firing on the infantry here. Pretty good start though, I think. Let's head for that unit. You will come in from the angle. You will head slightly like that. And then your target will be that unit. Your target will be that unit, so those two will attack, and then you will be ordered to sweep in. Did they fire it? I saw it from far away, but it looked like they fired it, and they shot this guy with the cannon, like they fired it off right in his face. Let's see, make sure that the cavalry goes in and gets all the guns. Wonderful. Probably shouldn't stay here too long. Just make sure that the guns are not gonna rally. I think that's enough. You can go ahead and retreat back to the original positions. 13 men right there. With that, we should start the advance. I'll start the grenadiers up. And then these two brigades will start to advance on the walls. Cavalry a little bit unhappy there. Taking high casualties, I imagine. Not that bad, but is it the new unit? No, it's got a reasonable amount of chevrons. Surprising then that it sort of faltered. Right, then the main advance will go in. We'll go ahead and blast this wall as much as possible. I think what we'll do is we'll try to get the parts of the wall here to around 50%, and then I'll see if I can't use the grenadiers to blow up these sides instead at the final moment to see about killing the troops on top of the wall as well. But the march has started. The soldiers and the grenadiers have now reached the wall. I'm now gonna order them to start throwing grenades. I think 3 companies of grenadiers, all throwing the grenades up onto the wall. Should... because that only did about 2%. It seemed to have woken up the cavalry inside. I think we might be hitting the part of the... It has definitely woken up the cavalry that's inside. And they're about to sally forth out of the fort here. It's gonna try and get the grenadiers to safety, but also drag the cavalry along here. This unit should be getting up there. Okay, time to open fire. 2 forward units. Should start firing for that. Good, we're already seeing some of the cavalry waver. I'll order the grenadiers to form up here. I don't think we have much of a chance of doing damage by having these 4 units firing. Oh, there's a grenadier mercenary unit that's actually marched out. I completely missed that. But firing up on the wall, but we need to have the men do something. They can't just stand there and take fire. Perhaps I can order the grenadier forwards and throw grenades at opportune angles here. Looks like most of the cavalry is routing here, which is a very large part of their force. My cannons broke through. Cannons should continue on this side then. So right now we're doing really well. Okay, these guys are going right for us. Nope, they decided to switch. They switched it up last moment. Tons of cavalry being killed here as they snag on to the 8th Regiment. Let's see if we can't throw some grenades and break through here and also kill a load of the grenadiers on top. Right, most of the cavalry is gone. There isn't that many troops down there. Actually, they moved most of their troops down there. We got a little bit of a cavalry attack over here. 50 men dead. Not too bad overall, though. Right, you guys are switching to grenades. Grenades, everyone. Right. Oh, the wall is already broken. Right, try and throw at them then while they're moving there. Maybe we'll destroy this part in the process. Not a lot of the grenades actually ended up on top of the wall. Right. Order the grenadiers back. All that cavalry leaving. Why don't you turn? Face this one. Squad of urban militia and a small grenadier unit. There is enemies coming out Let's organize the grenadiers to actually hit these units that are leaving the fort. Set them up on either side. And then I'll order the cannon to bombard this area. I think I can get a pretty good grenade toss if I set that one up there, and if you head further to that side while you get closer here. Okay, we seem to have ended up right in the middle of that. I don't think they're interested in following us though, are they? They are. Can you get closer? Oh. Not such a good toss that I thought it would be. Oh, now my cannon fire, of course, is now bouncing into my own men. Perhaps I will replace these two in front to get two fresh volleys going in, and then lay another regiment into this. Right, I'll order these two to hold fire and then retire to the back while the two new regiments are coming up, and they will deliver nasty volleys. And then oh, they actually won that fight. I didn't need to replace them. I'm gonna replace them anyways. See if you can destroy that. I'm all gonna order the cannons to hold fire now. These grenadiers are not doing too hot. I'm gonna order these two to charge in. And we're gonna see about oh, I think this unit threw around back around 36 for this unit. That's not good. But luckily it looks like the enemy broke as well, so I won't. It could have been they had a few grenadiers, could have been their grenadiers throwing, but 35, that should still leave the unit intact, shouldn't it? Right, let's force our way into the fort. At this point we've clearly captured it. My troops will now storm the fort from all sides. And I do think that I can declare this a victory. As the enemy is all but done. Well, there we have it. We just seized Paris. So we lost 1,000 men while the enemy lost their entire force. Leaving me with 5,600 men while the entire force of 3,000 enemies succumb during the fight. Enlisted regiments end up on top. Unfortunately I cannot put the veterans of past war in the back. They managed to lose 6 men, killing 60. I think it's the only named unit in this army. Although I was thinking that I do think I have another unit of those veterans of the past wars, and I should put them together and possibly give the mobile task force command of both of them, since there's only 2 units. I have control of all of France. I should. Let's start off by signing a peace deal with the Austrians, because they have nothing at this point. A white peace. I think trade. We'll trade with them, and because I'm nice, I'm gonna give them a load of technologies, just because otherwise they'll starve, basically. And Bavaria will be a very, very useless province. 400 minus. Alright, we've got peace with the Austrians. Now comes the deal with the French. Our allies, very friendly, 98 points friendly with the French king. We're gonna first start off by giving over these 2 territories, Alsace-Lorraine and France. Oh, and I should demand the Windward Islands. I'm gonna give the French a load of technology, and I'm gonna give them all the money I have. Will you agree to that? No. I'll have to sweeten the deal. What if I add in... I've already given France some awful border gore here where they hold the Transylvanian region. But what if... I don't have movement range right now. But what if I add on this to the deal, or these 2 provinces, and then the fact that then we won't have a border through here with the Ottomans, and I don't have to deal with all the godless people that are living here. Rather wonderful, and it kind of creates hopefully a nice border there, and then also I'll be receiving quite a bit of money, which I can use in the trade deal as well. Do we have... Yes, we have more of these coming in. Since we're now at peace here, I should also start to reorganize my troops. Now I'll have to stay here just to keep the Parisians from completely revolting. But soon enough, I guess these 2 armies I can move. But I should start to reorganize these troops here. So all the regular troops should start to head... Let's put the first waypoint towards Vienna. And then from here we'll be organizing. The frontline fortresses, arrow towns, will be held by veteran garrison dragoons and the reserve regiments. I can have 20 of these, and we have 5 towns, which means that we can have, what, 4 in each? Then we should have about 4 in each. So all of these march on to the next. So we'll have 4 here. And then we march 3 onto here. And then I only need 4 there. However, we should then probably transfer some of the dragoons. At least 1. Possibly 2. And then we'll do that along the line. The defensive line that will go here. Perhaps actually, maybe I don't need to defend this one in the middle. And I'll just defend these 2. And then I can put a little bit more troops in Lombardy. I was planning on giving away Lombardy as well. Maybe I should give Lombardy to the French. Make it a French province. To sweeten the deal. Even for, rather than give away the provinces out in the middle of nowhere. I could give Lombardy. That's that seems to fit more, wouldn't it? Anyways, Charles has no movement range. No one has any movement range. Let's go ahead and end the turn. See if the enemy. Now my only enemy is the Russians. So see what the Russians do, if they do anything. They haven't done anything for quite a while. So let's see if they do anything. But otherwise, I'm hoping that we can conclude this trade deal with France. I spoke too soon. The Russians did come up with something. They're yet again attacking my holdings in Tartaria. Let's hope that the great mud flood comes and washes them away. The sappers are returning from placing their bombs. And I've ordered a few troops to stay outside. The militia and the sea wolves. They're gonna hold the enemy back, or try to hold them back, while the rest of the troops get situated within the fort. I've also ordered this provincial infantry regiment to place spikes along the line to protect the 2 pieces of artillery that is sitting outside here. And then, of course, we have laid a lot of bombs. Okay, finally, this regiment has put down its spikes. We're gonna go ahead and hurry towards the gate as my troops are trying to get in. I'm gonna order everyone to run at this point. We need to get in as soon as possible. Unfortunately, there's nasty fog all over the place, so we'll have to go quite this one broke a little bit too easy, I'd say. I wasn't expecting them to break that fast. Let's switch to canister, just because I don't know actually. Maybe I should continue to fire those explosive shots instead. Are inside. Right, let's start see about getting some troops up on to the wall. Should have at least 1 unit on each side to start off with anyways. And then, you know what, we can throw up even more troops. There's no point in having soldiers down low, except perhaps the grenadiers. Let's see. Alright, everyone is on the move. Here goes 1 bomb. And just as 1 go off, they set off the next. Oh, they're almost they're gonna set off all the bombs almost simultaneously here. And it is quite devastating. We have 2 regiments retreating just from the bombs. Quite a few dead Russians out here. They just set off 1 more. No! The eighth. God damn it! Never made it inside. God damn it. Well, I have these two. I want you two to retreat back, and then I want the grenadiers to sit in the flank here. We need to close the gate to keep the enemy out. They're starting to attack the walls. So unfortunately, regiment's defeated, and now there's still a lot of enemies out here. Even though we took a lot with us with all those bombs. Oh, there's one already here, and then these guys for some reason are broken, although they keep fighting. I don't know how that works. You should just regularly fire. They aren't able to come in anymore, so you should be able to kill the guys that are already in. Perhaps you should switch to round shot then, or explosive shot. Fire on that grenadier regiment. Or perhaps you should actually be firing canister towards the units that are climbing. Have we cleared? Yeah, we've cleared the part of the enemy troop that was climbing. Oh, the second gun is back. Good. This one is now covered by the wall, but this one we should be able to hit with canister. It's getting out of canister range, so we'll fire a round shot on it. Oh, there's one. Switch to canister once more. There's a guard unit of 300 men. Perhaps I can get better rates of casualties by firing like that towards the center of the unit. I think that's all the guns. We managed to take out 50 men. That's pretty good. Grenadiers will hold fire at this point. Quite a bit of troops climbing up here. Perhaps the angle does not really allow me to throw grenades on that from down below, unfortunately. Oh, the guards are all the way down here now. There's a risk of us shooting our own, so I'm gonna fire on the ground right here instead. It took a few. Not enough to rout them, unfortunately. Overall, though, we have more or less defeated the Russian force. Right, the guards. No, god damn it. Enemy cavalry. Let's see if we can get the unit to go through these spikes here. Yeah, the unit was shattered. Good placement of the spikes allowed me to avoid getting crushed by the enemy. Perhaps if I get the unit up here, I could throw grenades on them and just force them off the wall. I mean, this looks like a 1. Right? There's not really any major enemy forces around besides some cannons out in out further out, and then the few units that are fighting up here. I'm hoping to force them off the wall pretty rapidly here. But yeah, looks, I would say, I mean at this point, there is no way the Russians gonna be able to win. So I think that I can clearly declare this a victory. Here's the result of the siege defense. We deployed 3,000 men and the enemy deployed 3,000 men. In the end, they lost 2,500 and I lost 1,300. Now, the battle had to last a full hour because the enemy had set cannons quite far away and they would have devastated the few troops that I still had left. And even if they would have made it to the cannons, they were actually hiding 3 cavalry units up in the hills. So perhaps I would have made it to the cannons, but then I would have no preparation whatsoever for the cavalry attack, since only like 2 units could form square, and one of them had already left the field. So that took me quite a while. Hopefully this will be the one and only attack on this area though. Barracks! The new barracks have been built in Sweden. Does this allow any new interesting troops? No, it does not even allow the... What? It doesn't even allow the new troops. It gives me the new cavalry, but that's about it. That's about it. I can recruit the new infantry out here, and I was able to recruit the royal infantry here. Huh. Successful operation, not interested in that. Armed rebellion in Lombardy, which apparently confines itself to being armed somewhere where we cannot find them, apparently. Right. France is rioting. Noted protest from France. More troops in Ukraine. New city built. Let's see if we can't trade away Paris now. Region's a little bit unhappy, but oh yes, first let's see if I perhaps can sweeten the deal. Oh, there's nothing here. Oh. Then I'll demand surrender, and Bob's your uncle. This is now under our control. Nice. So what I would do is I would trade these two, and now, well, let's start with these two provinces. And Lombard, maybe I should, it feels more like Lombardy should fall to the Genoans. Let's start and see where we end up. So we're gonna give these two provinces. Oh yeah, I forgot. And I'm gonna get one island. And now I'm gonna pay, let's pay, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for like really high sums. So let's start 15,000. Does that work? No. We're gonna have to make the deal even sweeter. How about if I do that and I actually offer you everything I have in terms of money. So all the money I have. Let's not forget that we need to... It's a bit scary there when I forget this. And then I'm gonna add on every single technology I have. Nope. They still refuse. Right. Hand over Lombardy then. I think. So we'll add this, this, and Lombardy. And I want the islands. I'm gonna offer you 20,000 gold as well. And I'm gonna offer you all my technologies. Nope. Still do not agree to this. Then I will give you this. I will give you Lombardy. And I will give you these two shit provinces, just so I get a, so I don't have to have a border there with the Ottomans. So now we're giving away 5 territories versus 1 little island. Let's see if they just agree to this. Nope. Okay, so I could sit here all day. Let's see if I can find one where they'll actually agree to it. And I managed to do it. So I didn't give them Lombardy, but I gave them the 2 provinces in the east. I gave them Paris and Strasbourg. I gave them all my technologies and all my money. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a place in the sun. Would you look at that? I have myself my own little island. It's losing 14 wealth per turn. That's not great. 5% increase though in people. A lot of people want to emigrate here now that Sweden finally got a place in the sun. Fortunately, probably tons of tropical disease, so all the people that just emigrated are probably going to die. But let's keep that a secret. That's just a secret in between. That's just a secret in between us, guys. You don't have to. You don't have to tell. You don't have to tell them that. I'll be reorganizing the defense, and perhaps I'll hand over Lombardy to Genoa just so I can get rid of that pretty shit province. If we're honest, it's tiny, and it's got nothing really going for it. So could be, rather than having to keep a garrison there, could be better than to hand it over to Genoa to make them a stronger partner, perhaps. But I think we'll end it here. There'll be much work to be done, reconstructing the sort of a defensive line going through here, while I'll be moving tons of troops over to the east And we will see about retaking Moscow, which is the first target. And at some point, we'll reignite the war against the Ottomans. I'm sure they will reignite it against us beforehand, but that will come as well. We're far away. We're always going in the wrong direction of where we need to go, which is my sort of goal is to encapsulate all of this. But yeah, we'll see where we end up. If anyone has an idea of perhaps it's time to change the victory goal to something else instead. Because at some point here, I had to sort of find myself in the fact that I just going to have to occupy most of Eastern Europe and a great part of Central Europe as well, parts of Italy, and at one point we even had to head all the way down to Athens. So there's a lot of things going around there. But with this, I think we'll go ahead and end it. So I will be saying, like I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.